Hello, I'm Nikki. Welcome to Off Grid Style. Let's get started.
Emergency blankets, also known as space blankets or mylar blankets, are lightweight and versatile tools that can be indispensable in survival situations. Beyond their primary function of retaining body heat, these blankets can serve a multitude of purposes. We're going to look at 12 survival uses for emergency blankets, ranging from creating shelter to collecting water and even making improvised fishing gear. Solar still for water collection. Emergency blankets can be fashioned into a solar still to collect water in survival situations. Place a container in the center of the blanket, cover it with the blanket, and secure the edges. Condensation will form on the blanket, and water will drip into the container. Fishing lure. Cut small, shiny pieces from the emergency blanket and attach them to a makeshift fishing line to create an improvised fishing lure. The reflective material can attract the attention of fish, increasing your chances of a successful catch. Rope. Tear or cut the emergency blanket into strips and braid them together to create a makeshift rope. While it's not as strong as traditional rope, it can be useful for basic tasks like tying branches for shelter or bundling items. Solar oven. Use the reflective surface of the emergency blanket to enhance sunlight concentration for a makeshift solar oven. Place food in a container and position it to maximize exposure to sunlight, utilizing the reflective properties to increase heat. Shelter like a lean-to or tent. Create a simple lean-to or tent shelter by attaching the emergency blanket to a frame made from branches or other available materials. This can provide protection from the elements, preserving body heat in cold conditions. First aid like a shoulder sling or a tourniquet. In emergency situations, improvise a shoulder sling or tourniquet using strips cut from the emergency blanket. The reflective material can also be advantageous for signaling rescuers. A bivvy. Wrap yourself in the emergency blanket to form an improvised biovac or bivvy shelter. This will provide insulation against the cold and wind, helping to maintain body temperature. Ground tarp. Place the emergency blanket under your sleeping bag or shelter to create a ground tarp. This helps to insulate against the cold ground and provides an additional layer of protection. Signaling. Use the reflective surface of the emergency blanket to signal for help. The reflective material is highly visible, making it an effective means of catching the attention of rescuers or passing aircraft. Heat reflector against campfire. Position the emergency blanket behind a campfire to reflect and amplify heat toward your shelter. This can significantly enhance the warmth generated by the fire. Poncho. Cut a hole in the center of the emergency blanket and use it as a makeshift poncho. This can provide additional protection against rain and wind. Water collection. In addition to the solar still, you can use the emergency blanket to funnel rainwater into containers or directly into your mouth for hydration.
Well, I hope you liked the video. Please share your thoughts with me. You know I always want to hear from you, and I will always try to answer back. This video has been chosen specifically for you based on your viewer history. YouTube says this is the one that you would most be interested in watching, so if you do me a favor, go ahead and click on it and watch it. Thanks very much.